In the last video, we talked about perception and how much of what we experience is really filtered through belief systems and a lot of social conditioning. Today, I want to talk about the structure of your inner experience and kind of the moving parts that are in charge of pushing out what you perceive, how what you perceive affects your intuition, which is what you feel. One of the biggest mistakes while on your path of discernment and spiritual awakening is believing every single thought that pops into your mind. The thought appears and you believe it. Emotion arises and you assume that that emotion is a fact. Some sort of fear-based emotion pops up and you label that as intuition. The thing with this is that certainly isn't the case. You know, it is difficult to pinpoint the kind of weird, washy, kind of sharp feeling that you get in your gut when you are perceiving something and just kind of labeling it as this is anxiety, this is my internal system working against me, or this is the truth, this is a fact, like, oh shit, I need to listen to this. But remember, in the last video, I pointed out that intuition is normally very subtle. It's a very subtle feeling. It's not going to scream out at you. Listening to the kind of feelings you're getting, maybe you can be on the phone with someone and you just get this weird feeling every time you're on the phone with this person. When you're talking to someone else or texting someone else, you don't get that feeling. And you have to ask yourself, well, why is that? Why is that? There is a good amount of research to back up the fact that the brain processes enormous amounts of information that are outside of conscious awareness, meaning the brain is perceiving things that you are not necessarily seeing or aware of. Intuitive feelings can actually be attributed to the neurons in your brain recognizing patterns before they are consciously visible to you. So the biggest thing here with the kind of indicators in separating anxiety and intuition is that anxiety is always going to try to seek some sort of certainty. It always is going to want something to be certain. You feel like you're having kind of a bodily sensation or some sort of intuitive moment. You're coming to conclusions like that, and it's just a hard line. Oh, it has to be that, because that's what my body's telling me. It is that. Yes, yes, yes. You have to put that through a filtration system, especially if it feels very sudden and very aggressive. To be honest, you have to go through this in order to really get what I'm saying. The intuition aspect is often going to give you more of a neutral, subtle, and grounded feeling. You're not going to get this like, oh, that must be it. Oh, wow, that's the answer right there. They're cheating on me. They're this. They're da 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 da. No, it's going to be a very subtle, grounding feeling, and then it's gonna just pass through. You gotta grab it or not grab it, or grab it, put it in your back pocket, and revisit it later. Another layer of inner experience is conditioning. Many of the things we believe to be true are inherited down to us. Culture, school, family, religion, and really more so social media. This is why self-reflection is important, meaning detaching from a lot of your conditioning and really taking a step back and asking yourself, is this what I really believe to be true within my reality? At the end of the day, it's just you in there, okay? It's just you up in here. So it's best not to have a bunch of other people's shit floating around in your mind, trying to point you which direction and which way to think and feel all the time. So I'm going to try to explain this the best way possible. I'm such a visual person. Like, I have to like grab shit and explain shit. You're not going to see this. This is for me, okay? In developing your intuition, it is really important that you have a observer observing your other thoughts, observing the thoughts that are going in and out of your mind space. Your thoughts, notice your emotions, notice your thinking patterns, really filter out what is actually true to you and what is coming from the outside. As we wrap up this video, I want to give y'all some homework, okay? Whenever you notice a strong reaction within yourself, ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? What am I feeling right now? What am I telling myself? And what do I actually know to be certain? Write down whatever comes out, even if it sounds stupid or silly, and even if it sounds like you just know this isn't the case, write it down. Because if it's going through the mind, it'll be really good exercise for you to start jotting these random shit down that be going through your mind. I know it's helped me in the past, and I'm very certain it'll help you as well. We're teaching perception and intuition. We're not teaching psychic work. This isn't about, becoming psychic. This is about becoming aware, more aware of your thoughts and the things that are in your field. Okay, so that's all I have for y'all today. Until next time, peace.